Mm. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. This is Glamz, just waking up with a little bit of last night's makeup on, so that's fun. Um, we have a really big auction tonight, and I stayed up late last night preparing for it. So, if you don't know, tonight is the Classy Crap auction that you have been waiting for. It's the Classy Crap fundraiser auction. And that's to benefit Nady Pie. And there's more information as we go along. But I invite you to join me tonight at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern, for the Classy Crap auction. My turn will be an all fundraiser turn, and I have the first turn starting about 15 minutes after we start the auction tonight. So stay tuned. Make sure that you tune in because I have designer, I have collectibles, I have everything, and I have to squish it all into 30 minutes. So that's going to be interesting. I did want to send out a top of the morning to Miss Sue. Sue, thank you so much for getting me right here. We spent 5 hours, guys, 5 hours on my hair on Thursday night because it had been so long since I had done any color, any cut, any style, anything. So I had to literally, like, we had to do a deep conditioning treatment, and then we did a 2-color process with highlights, and then she did like a beautiful cut that I love. You can't really tell this morning because I've got morning hair, but she really put her foot in that, and she did a fantastic job, as good a job as anybody could possibly do. And I am absolutely thrilled with the results. And I finally, it's been months since I felt really pretty with my hair. And I felt like my hair was pretty. I was like, okay, I feel good. You know how you do something simple like a mani-pedi or a facial, or you tweeze your chin hairs. I don't know if you guys get those, but I get like the little chin hairs from time to time. Or you shave your big toe, or one of those other things that you do to kind of just feel cute. And it really makes a difference and kind of gives you a sunny outlook on things. So yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun, and we had a great time. And I'm so grateful that she actually comes to my house to do this stuff, which is kind of amazing, and charges less than what the salons would charge, which would be like 150, 160 for that much care and attention in that many hours. So I'm incredibly lucky, and I just wanted to make sure and lead off with a very grateful thank you. Let's check the chat. First in chat this morning was Honey Girl Vintage. Mwah. Good morning, Honey Girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Raquel Swartz, my baby girl. Hi. Thank you so much for being here this morning. And there is Holly Stevens, my Ola, my OG. Mwah. Love you, Haldal. I hope your husband's man flu is feeling better. Her husband had the man flu, guys. You all know there is nothing as dramatic and life-sucking as the man flu. It's worse than anything we could possibly go through, including pushing 10 pounds through a 2-inch hole. Real Beauty, good morning, sweetie. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Liv, it's good to see you this morning. Hello, welcome. Welcome. Miss Sue, I was just bragging on you, honey. Yes, that is Sue. She's another one of my Olas. Ride or die. And this, yes, queen. This is my morning hair, Sue. So y'all, you did the darn thing. You did it. Bryn and Janet, tackle hugs. I'm so glad to see you here this morning. Thank you so much. That makes a huge difference. I've been cutting my own hair since 2020, and I think I need a professional refresh. It really does. It does. Now, to be fair, Liv, you've been doing a great job. but yeah, it just sort of changes the way that you view yourself, I think, a little, and care and maintenance. And that's, whether you're a woman or a man, that's non-gender specific. We just, it's always a good thing to spoil yourself a little. Yes, why are all dudes like that when they get sick? We call it the man flu, and it really is like, I'm sorry guys, but y'all get sick and you are some drama queens. My husband's like, can I have some soup? And I'm like, sure, even though I have a higher temperature than you do, I'll get up and make you homemade soup. Let's go do that. So yeah, they're just so dramatic, and we love them. We love you guys. Jennifer Hayes, good morning, pretty nail lady. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Bama picking and grinning. Good morning, John. Don't think you're not getting shout outs this morning. Girl, you look amazing with no hair. I don't even want to try to figure that out. I don't even want to try to imagine that. Me bald and I have a tiny little head. I would look like I don't know, I'd look like a witch doctor got a hold of me. Carol, good morning, Carol. How are you this morning? It's always so nice to see Carol. She's such a sweetheart, too. The porcelain princess. Hey, toilet girl. Hey. Melissa, good morning, baby. Look at her pretty hair. Oh, she's got some pretty hair. Well, I got some long hair. Bama said I resemble that remark. See, they know they're high maintenance when they're sick. Let's see. Let me scroll down the chat. Did I miss anybody? I hate missing anybody, and I hate not saying good morning to everyone in person. I think I got there it is. There's my Ronnie. Tackle hugs, Ronnie. I hope you're feeling better. We've had some tough couple of days at Ronnie's house. So you know what? I am wishing you all the best, and I hope that you feel great very, very, very soon. So that's my little love. That's my baby. And I hope that she really feels much, much better. We are going to be a little bit shorter this morning due to auction prep. I still have many, many things to get together and get done. So we will jump right into the closet news. And our first question asked the chat of the day. Where did I see? Oh, there it is. Good morning, Nights Life. How you doing? Oh my God. I think it's Richard, right? Richard from across the pond, y'all. Yes, honey. Yes, we got the Brits here too. I love my Brits too. I could listen to them read the phone book. They're absolutely gorgeous when they talk. I love it. So thank you so much. Angry Otter, good morning, Michael. Hello, beautiful angel. He's my angel, Michael. Yes, okay, good. I did say it right, then it is Richard. Okay. I love it. Thank you so much, guys, for being here this morning. I'm going to kick it off with closet news. Thursday mornings, I'm still with Johnny on Cajun Roots Resellers doing the Poshmark information from 7:30 a.m. Central. Saturday morning, again, we have our live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central. That's 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 11 a.m. Eastern. Fundraiser is tonight at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern. That's 5 o'clock Mountain and 4 o'clock Pacific. I really think you're going to want to be in this Classy Crap auction. It's a Classy Crap auction fundraiser, and it's the one you've been waiting for. And I have a lot of really good stuff. The giveaways are I think they're incredible. And then on March 30th, so this coming Thursday, I'm going to be on the Save Here First auction with Ella and Johnny at 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central. And I just look forward to that so much. I love auctioning with Johnny. Where did I find? There it is. Dodo, good morning, baby. Hi, Dodo. Damn, Glam you up on your time zones. I try. Real beauty. There's a big scam going on Posh. I got scammed out of $50. Oh, good Lord, have mercy. Please let me know what that is. And guys, remember, please don't ever try to sell off platform with Posh. And just make sure that you report any irregularities to the Poshmark team. Very, very important. But I can't imagine. Please let me know what that was. Lisa, good morning. Good morning. How are things in Jersey? I'd ask Veronica, but she hasn't been feeling well. So I'm going to ask you instead, Lisa. I hope everything is good in Jersey. I hope you're getting really good weather there. I was watching this wings thing, right? I don't know if you've seen where they go through like the gamut of like the hot and spicy wings to the hottest part of the Scoville scale, which is like the scale, I guess, that they use to do chicken wings. And Johnny Knoxville was talking about, they said, what was your biggest failure? And he said, well, everything. He said, if you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. And I think we have such an obsession with perfection that we're so afraid. We're scared to death to fail, to try something and fail, or get embarrassed or fall on our face in front of people, in front of anybody, or to have anybody witness the fact that we didn't, make the mark. And here's my question. Do you agree that failure is an acceptable part of success? Or do you believe more that failure is not an option, and if you're not first, you're last? Let me know. I'm kind of curious because it's there are days when I'm like this must be days and certain situations where I'm like, this must be absolutely perfect in every single way. And then there are other days and other situations when I'm like, you know what, I can pursue perfection, but if I fall flat on my face in front of people, if I get humiliated and embarrassed and I'm ashamed, and maybe it's a lesson from life that's not my thing, or maybe I don't need to do that anymore, or this is how I deal with it next time, or something like that. I'm just really curious about that, how you feel about failure and the pursuit of perfection, and what that does to us. Are you willing to fall on your face in front of people and make huge mistakes in front of people and get made fun of, possibly? I know there are people who make fun of me all the time. And I'm okay with that. That's on you, and you are what you are. And if I'm the main focus of your attention, cool. You're not the main focus of mine, but y'all go ahead. But I'm just curious, are we okay with failing? Is failure a part of the process, or is the absence of failure the indication of perfection? Just curious. Now, I did see, there we go. Good morning, Mark and Michael, making Missouri beautiful for yet again another day. The handsomest fellas in Missouri, besides the ones that I gave birth and married to. So thank you so much for being here this morning, Mark and Michael. Appletini, my favorite apple and my favorite martini. Okay, my favorite apple, I'll say that. I was thinking, I don't know, regular. Let's see. Mark and Mike say that my biggest failures have been the best thing to happen. Sometimes, yeah, right? Like sometimes that's part of life. Sometimes that's part of, exactly, real beauty. Sometimes it is part of life. Failure is just life school on how to succeed. Every failure is an opportunity to learn and grow. That is, to me, that's absolute truth. Thrifty Broad, good morning, baby. Good morning. I think that's Melissa, right? Is it Melissa? I think it's Melissa. Thrifty Broad. Good morning. I love that jacket. Oh, that's a cute jacket. It's not about being perfect and or falling. It's about how you come back from it. They had a quote that said, it's not whether you fall off the horse, it's whether you get back on, right? And I forget who to attribute that to. I used to think I couldn't fail, but then I hardly ever tried to do anything new. I'm getting better about realizing that failure is absolutely necessary for growth. I like that. I like that insight. I am the first person to make fun of myself. Me too. And I'm like, you know what? Go ahead. Yeah, make fun of me. It's okay. I mean, that's I'll make fun of me too. I mean, we're all ridiculous at some point. We're all, silly humans. No, the absence of failure is fear. This is true, John. That's absolutely true. I think that's a very true statement. Failure is the reminder that there is always a lesson to be learned. Amen, Apple. That's why you my favorite Apple. Carol, lessons learned by mistakes. We are human. We are not perfect. Amen. Vince Lombardi said, only God is perfect, but if we pursue perfection, we may catch excellence. So I know that there are some people who are absolute perfection chasers. But I always think too, why not show people your humanity? If you show them your failure, if you show them, own it. Own it. That's the thing. Own what you are, own what you do, and just, look, I screwed up. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. I hate it. And I'm screwed up and I'm ashamed right now. And you'd be surprised at how other people will rally to your side when you can't rally to your own side. And again, some people are going to, use a weak spot to make fun, and that's okay too. That's okay too. You do you, boo. But also you'll find, I think, that more people, when we embrace our humanity and we embrace our failings, I think maybe some people, it's been my experience that people have really shown beautiful support. And I think people can it makes you a little more relatable, in your humanity. When you fail in front of others, it shows them that we are all the same, a work in progress. Yes, that's exactly it. Toilet girl, you are an angel. My toilet angel. Need a hair refresh to love the feeling, right? It's just, there's no feeling like it. Good morning, Kristen, a rural squirrel. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I hope the bins are treating you well. I hope they're doing you right. I guess I will stay home to clean and organize to disco music. That sounds wonderful. Do you remember? Oh, I better not sing anymore. They're going to get me. Hugs to our handsome, sexy men. Like, practice makes perfect. That's exactly right. I believe that is exactly right. Okay. Wow. This chat is going fast. Woo. When you fall, just keep going. Yes. Thrifty, I agree. But the whole generation that got participation trophy. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Good morning, Roman. It's nice to see you this morning. Okay, let's get into fashion news really, really quickly. And again, this is probably going to be a little bit on the shorter side this morning. Fashion news. LA Times wrote an article explaining the retirement of Law Roach. If you don't know, Law Roach was a celebrity stylist who's very, very good at his job. Zendaya was his main customer, but he also had other celebrity clients like Lindsay Lohan. Whenever she sort of did whenever it looked like she had finally gone through rehab or whatever she went through to sort of, change her image. there were rumors swirling around on the internet that that he was mad at her because she had him sit in a weird place in a fashion show. And he's like, yeah, I'm a professional and a grown up. No, it has nothing to do with that. He did have a nephew that had, nephew that was in a tragic accident. He was a 3-year-old, and there was an open window, and it was a really big tragedy for his family. And he said that sort of spiraled him into a depression, and he ended up stopping. He ended up just stopping, just in his tracks, and just going, okay, what am I actually doing with my life? Like, I have missed so much time with my family because I wasn't there, because I was working too much. And his life was all about work, and his life was all about being, this celebrity stylist and doing all of these things. And so he said that he has retired recently because he has enough money, and he wanted to rearrange the priority of his family and his personal life, his love life, which have been neglected. And so we wish Law Roach all the best. Not that he watches my show, but we wish him all the best anyway. I thought I just saw, where is she? There she is. Good morning, Show Me Homie. Good morning, Kristen. I'm glad to see ya. So yeah, he decided to prioritize his life. Good morning. Loved your honey cornbread and taco soup short. Yeah, I had some leftover tacos, and usually with leftover taco meat, I'll just make, like, I don't know, wraps or something the next day or whatever. But I was like, you know what? Let's try taco soup. And I added like a little can of tomato paste, and then a can of diced tomatoes, and a can of refried beans, which thickened it up. And let's see, what else do we add? I added like a 2 cups of water. And then the leftover taco, and then I just kept stirring and stirring until it was thick. And then I added another packet of taco seasoning. So I didn't really season it that much. I mean, this was like just some, rando kitchen, throw it together. And it turned out so good. It was thick, almost like a chili base or like a tomato soup. It was very thick. And I had some leftover taco shells, and I just crushed them up and like threw them in there, and they dissolved in there, and they gave it kind of that little bit of a corn taste. And then I took some Jiffy, the 50-cent Jiffy box of cornbread mix, and I followed the directions, and I added 2 tablespoons of honey. And I usually like to add a couple of tablespoons of flour, regular flour, to sort of give it more of a bready thing. And then when it came out of the oven, I just smothered it in butter. And yes, I didn't do sour cream on top. And I should have. That's a smart idea. But I did smother it with cheese, and it was so good. Oh my God. I was eating sweet cornbread at 3:00 in the morning last night. Sweet cornbread and milk. I'm country as a sugar sandwich. While we're all here, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please hit the thumbs up button for me. If you're not subscribed, I invite you to subscribe at this time. Examine your conscience. No, I'm joking. I'm not trying to get you to the altar. I'm just going to ask you to, if you're not subscribed, please, if you want to hit that subscribe button, it's totally free. I promise I will not send you a bill for that. Jen, good morning. It's good to see you, honey. Hi. Nice to see you. Let's see. Mixing yellow cornbread mix with yellow cake mix makes the best cornbread. I will have to try that. Yeah, I think a lot of people, you don't have to be country to enjoy cornbread. But I love my cornbread sweet and a little bit dense. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of oil to it too, just to kind of give it, just to make it a little more moist, which I understand that everybody hates that word. But when it comes to baking, that's really a good thing. Let's talk about this week in sales. And I do have a very special shout out. This is, let me do my share screen. Sorry about that. You're right, Veronica. Everybody hates that word moist. I don't know. Yeah, they just do. And I'm like, I think somebody on TV told you to hate that word. Okay, let's start with the Coral Crossbody bag. That's a Coral Crossbody Coach bag. And it was, there was something about this color that I absolutely loved. So I have had this up for sale, and it sold during the show last week. And it wasn't until I was almost ready to ship it out. And that's when I found out that it was actually sold to John from Bama Pickin' and Grinnin'. Thank you so much for your wonderful sale. I really appreciate it. Anytime you guys buy from me too, will you please let me know it's you so I can include something extra special, and I can make sure that you get a really great gift with purchase, or at least one that I think is really great. Good morning, Myra. I see you. So this was the first thing that sold. It sold for full price for 50. And I got 40 from that. And then my next sale was the Samuel Dong green ruffle belt trench coat. I fell in love with this thing from the moment I saw it. If it would have been my size, if I could have, it's an XL, but remember it's a designer XL. So those are always like a little bit smaller than you think they're going to be. So this thing, oh my God. I mean, just look at the ruffles all over it. You know, this is my style, honey. I tried it on and I tried to make that thing button in the front and it would not. I was so upset. But I did find this at a local Goodwill, and they didn't know what they had, and they had it for like $6. And I bought this thing. I mean, they had it originally for 12 and it was 50% off. And I love it so much. Jess, good morning. She's another Show Me Homie. Good morning, Jess. I hope your trip was fantastic. I understand you went down south lately, and I've been watching your shorts are fantastic. I love the stuff that you find. I know what Goodwill you're at too. I got to meet you there. That's just some really, really good stuff. Jess has a great eye, guys. She has a great eye. She knows where to find the good stuff in St. Louis too. So yeah, the Samuel Dong green ruffle belted trench coat. It actually did come with the belt, which was kind of incredible. And so I was really thrilled to get that, and I was really thrilled to sell it. Somebody's going to be walking around with a really cute trench coat. The next three sales were kind of on the lower end as far as money goes, but they were also on the lower end as far as cost of goods goes. For example, the BB Dakota new with tags, the new with tags BB Dakota skirt was, I want to say I got a couple of maybe $2 into it. The H&M divided striped shorts were part of a denim haul last year, and it was like, I think I ended up spending, like, with all of my credits and all of the promotions and stuff, I think I ended up spending $28 for like 50 pounds of denim. So, I mean, these were just the cost of goods was so low. And then I had these Polo Ralph Lauren cotton plaid shorts, size 36. I don't remember why the cost of goods was low, but I remember I was looking it up and going, oh, I wonder what I paid for these. And I paid next to nothing for those as well. So these three, $15 for the skirt, $12 for the shorts, $15 for the plaid shorts. Not a huge profit, but the return on investment was incredible for those. I did have a vintage ivory satin and lace high-waisted negligee. And when I say vintage, guys, let's get a close-up on this and take a look. you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyone who was alive in the 80s knows exactly what this is. And hopefully this is coming across. It's high-waisted and it's got like the super high slits on the side. And this reminds me of when David Lee Roth did the California Girls. When David Lee Roth did the California Girls video, that's how they were wearing like the super high French cut legs. Yes, that's it. They were wearing the super high French cut legs. And it was so funny. And I thought it was the funniest thing. And I found it and I just thought, somebody somewhere is looking for something like that. And I always think too, whenever I find items like that, make sure and be as descriptive as possible. Vintage lingerie is not only in style, but there are also period pieces that they do for, it's a great costume for stage or for screen. So, there's a whole thing that vintage lingerie does sell so well. And the cost of goods is usually very, very, very low. So I love that. By the way, hi, Myra. Did I say hello? Hi, Myra. Olivia Newton-John, let's get physical. Yes. She said, OG Victoria's secret-ish. Yeah. She was secret about something. My next one was a Coach Signature C. Now, I'm not normally fond of the Coach Signature C. I don't keep them in my personal collection because I like the vintage leather Coaches. But this one I loved. I did love this. It's a Kiss Lock Signature C, and you don't see those. Those don't come along every day. Let's see. Where's the Kiss Lock on it so I can see? There we go. There's the Kiss Lock. You see those two balls that go like that. Okay, that sounds bad. It's a Kiss Lock. So I did love that. And that one sold for $55. And then I had some Adriana Goldschmied, the Farrah high-rise skinny jeans, 30 regular. And again, it's one of those things where, I don't really think that they knew what they had, or somebody was in a hurry and overlooked it. And so they had $4 on those jeans, originally $8, but again, 50% off. I always look for the tag days. Yes, I got 2 hellos, so you can ignore me for one chat. That's okay. Yeah, exactly. That's right? I am like that. I'm like, I'm a 12-year-old boy right now. Just ignore me. So yeah, the Adriana Goldschmied jeans, AG jeans always do well, and those sold for those sold for $34. And I made $25.18 from those. And then the last one just sold. It's a Kate Spade black patent leather keychain wallet that sold for $14. And I am making $11.05 from that. And that was part of a bins haul. Yeah, that was part of a bins haul. So overall, what we've sold this week, I only had 9 sales this week, but they were good sales. And again, thank you so much, John. With Bama Pickin' and Grinnin', picked up something for his wife, Amanda. It is her combination like birthday, anniversary, and something else present, Mother's Day, I think. So he said May is always expensive for him. So we tried to make it as nice as possible. And I hope she enjoys it. I hope she loves it. So for bags, counting the Kate Spade wallet, I would say 3 bags, 1 coat, one skirt, 2 pairs of shorts, 1 intimates, and 1 jeans for a total of 9 sales this week. My average cost of goods is usually about $3 per piece. So that would be $27 for 9 things. My gross total was $265 even. My net total was $209.28 before subtracting the cost of goods, and after cost of goods, my total sales for this week, my total profit for this week is $182.28. And that made a very, very good week. a very good week for me. So John, special shout out. He is such a bra. And guys, if you, oh yeah, I did sell something. I forgot about that. I picked up a rainbow hoodie. And I got that for, gosh, I don't even know, probably $2-3, I think. And I sold that to Veronica for $20. So with ship. So I made $20 on that too, or roughly my profit was maybe 10 or $12. I don't really count that much when it comes to my baby girl. We sort of go back and forth with that. But yeah, that was a great. So thank you so much. And guys, if you purchase from my closet, would you please put some note in and let me know it's you. I want to make sure that my viewers, any viewers of my channel, any reselling friends of mine get a special extra treat or a special thank you. So that is, that's, do you reinvest or spend your weekly profits? Both and neither. I have a that's actually a good question. I have an account that is specifically set up for my weekly profits. So anything that I get from PayPal, through auctions, anything that I get from Poshmark or the Real or anything like that, those all go into that account. Typically, a little over 50% of that account I use just for, paying off credit cards for vacations and saving up for vacations. That's sort of a vacation fund. And then if I need something, I always keep a balance in there. And if I need something for my closet, like if I need duct tape, that's my other, that's my kidnapping thing. No, I'm joking. If I need a packing tape, or if I need, if I go sourcing or something like that, then I spend from that. So I have a business account that I sock it into, and I pay myself, and that's my vacation money and my vacation fund. Because always pay yourself first. Pay yourself. You're your own employee. You have to pay yourself. And then anything that is left goes towards my reinvesting into my business. Yeah. So it's about 50-50, sometimes 60-40, sometimes, just depends on what I need and how much I'm planning on doing. But don't underestimate the size of my death pile. Holy crap. Is it a new trunk? The duct tape shovel prices are on the rise. Be prepared. Oh my God, I love you guys. Is it in your trunk? The duct tape. I love you guys. See, this is why I do what I do. In reseller news this morning, StreamYard, Johnny's Monday morning show had a note on Stream. He did a blurb or did, sort of a little segment on StreamYard guest destinations. And so StreamYard has this, I don't know if it's a new thing or if it's just new to us, but they have this thing where you can show the live stream on your channel if you're a guest on someone else's. So for example, if I go on Johnny's channel and I'm a guest on his show, I can actually do guest destinations and simulcast that on my channel as well. Now, the question then becomes, of course, who gets the watch hours for that? And that I do not know. But I think Johnny answered that. Can you put your email? Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it in the comments. Nichols @gmail.com. There you go. Now it's in the comments too. So yeah, usually that's my video description. It's down there. Also, Poshmark seems to be spending money to promote by commercials more than they did. So I'm hearing Poshmark commercials in the car on the radio like all the freaking time. And they've got some sort of a deal where if you join Poshmark for the first time, you get $10 off of your first purchase, or you get a $10 credit on your first purchase or something. So I would, if you haven't checked out Posh before, seems like now is a good time. But I'm happy to know that they're sort of upping their advertising game, because I was always under the impression that it was one of those things where you would hear about it from time to time on the internet, and on Facebook and all of these social media sites, but they really didn't do a push for like regular commercials, like a general advertising or marketing scheme. So I'm kind of glad to know that they're putting their efforts in that direction. And I believe that's a direct result of the sale of Poshmark. So good job on that, Posh. Now the Real is also winding down its health and beauty section, so it'll still sell what's there. But from what I understand, they're like makeups, lotions, things like that. They're getting rid of that. So if you have makeups, lotions, things like that you normally sell to the Real, just know that you may want to redirect those sales to eBay or Poshmark to get the best coverage on those, because I think the Real again is sort of petering that out. They're sort of phasing that out. Let's see. When people do that, it gets crazy because your chat, you can't see all the comments. Yeah, sometimes I get an option of go live together on one of my phones. No kidding. Poshmark is by far the easiest platform to use. I think so. eBay is advertising for car parts on our local sports radio station. Weird. Okay. But, there are people who sell car parts on eBay that do a great business. Who knows? It's reselling. I used to regularly see Posh commercials on TV a couple years ago too, though. I did not know that. This was just my first awareness of it. And it seems like every time I turn on my radio in my car, there's a Poshmark commercial. So maybe I'm more aware of it now because I've been selling this was 3 years now. So maybe I'm more aware of it now. But I really think that they've been, upping their marketing game would be my guess. Salty treat this morning. It's not too salty, but the USPS had a warning about smishing. Hey, Tooch. Hi, good morning. Smishing, I think it's smishing. It's like mail phishing or something. And so with smishing, what they're doing is they're sending you, it looks like it comes from USPS, but it doesn't. It's off by one letter or one word like the scammers do. And somebody will send you a link and say, hey, your tracking is messed up. Click on this link. And of course, that's how they get you in, first of all, to click on the link. And then they start asking for, your personal information and to verify, all of this personal information. So just everybody, please be aware that there are scammers out there. Screw you, scammers. You're my salty treat this morning. Screw you, you con artists. But just know that there are scammers out there, and there are scams that are very real scams that people, it looks like it's coming from United States Postal Service. And the USPS says on their website, we don't send you unsolicited things about your tracking. If there's an issue with your tracking, don't click on a link. Instead go independently to the USPS website and track your package that way. So of course they are very, very smart about that. And it sounds like they're trying to be proactive about it. But just so you know, the Thrifty Broad has the very best advice ever. Never clicks on link in an email. Never click on links in an email. And especially if it's not from, I mean, if I know that Johnny's sending me a link for a show and I know Johnny's email, that's one thing. But if you get an unsolicited email that wants you to click a link, please don't do that. Please don't do that. I know that we're all smart and we're all grown-ups and we all have email, but please don't do it. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can fool you. Yeah, there are scams everywhere. I got an email about a FedEx package totally bogus. They do that. Yeah. In the line of scams, the IRS and Social Security will never email you. It's tax season, so those scam mails are going out in force. Yes. I keep getting texts about being locked out of my Amazon and Netflix accounts. Extra annoying because don't effing text me. Yeah, I got that. I got one of those too, where it's like, oh, you're locked out of your blah, blah, blah. You're locked. And they said, you're locked out of your PayPal. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I enjoy my PayPal a little too much for you to lock me out, honey. So yeah, that was my salty treat of the week. And finally, I just want to wrap up with the sweets for the sweetest. Catherine, I don't know who. Catherine, please, if you're aware of the chat, please raise your hand or let me know. There is she is new to Poshmark. She used my referral link. She posted her first listing. And it was a doozy. Her very first listing on Poshmark, we all have those Old Navy shorts, or like some, jacket that we don't wear anymore. Her first listing on Poshmark was like a Patagonia pullover. And it just so happened to be the exact size as my beautiful oldest granddaughter. So I ordered it immediately. I was like, oh, I'll be your first buyer. So Catherine on Poshmark, thank you so much for using my referral link. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you have a good experience with Poshmark. If I find out that somebody has used my link to become a Poshmark member, I typically go in and say hi and, let them know that I see it. And I'm happy to answer any questions or help in any way that I can. And my final sweet for the sweetest, again, I'm just going to give a shout out, Bama Pickin' and Grinnin'. John, thank you so, so much. And Amanda too. His beautiful wife, Amanda, she's just gorgeous. And from the stories that we hear, she can cook her fool head off too. And honey, cooking, it's important to be able to cook. It's important to be able to cook as a wife, trust me, and especially as a mother, because you want your sons and daughters to be like, oh, I want my mom's cooking, and it's one of those things that'll bring you home. But she was definitely one of those beautiful Southern gentlewomen. And I want to thank you so much, John, for including me in her gifts. And again, I really hope she loves what I said. So that being said, tonight we have the auction, the Classy Crep fundraiser. But you can look at me and tell that girl can cook. My husband's the same way, John. Yeah, he misses 0 meals. Yeah, it is important for husbands as well. Absolutely. Now, my husband, I knew when I married my husband that he couldn't cook his way out of a paper bag. He just can't. He can grill. He can make a steak that'll just knock you on your hiney. But if it's not on the grill for some reason, he just cannot. And I suspect it's just, if he put his mind to it, he's the kind of guy who could perfect it if he put his mind to it. I suspect that he doesn't do it because I do it, for him. So yeah, if you're the working one, that was my second husband, no cooking skills. Yeah. This one, he has other skills. He can fix things and so on and so forth. So he's a good husband. But yeah, I knew when I married him, he couldn't cook. And to be fair, when I married him, I wasn't that great of a cook either. So, it's one of those things you just learn with practice. But I'm very, very grateful to him for all of his support. He's a good He's a good man. He's a good man. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. The Classy Crap fundraiser auction that you have been waiting for starts at 6 p.m. Central tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Mountain, 4 o'clock Pacific. Come see us at least for a little bit. I can tell you that I'll be doing my part of the auction within the first half hour, and it is on this channel on Glamz Closet. I'll be doing my part of the auction within the first half hour. We have so many different sellers. We have so many different types of things. And child, I have giveaways that are, y'all know what I like, and I have giveaways coming. I have one of the giveaways coming from my personal collection that is something that I really, really love, and I think it's incredible. And so hopefully you'll be there, and hopefully you'll be able to at least pop by and say hi, say hello. And in the meantime, I hope that you all have a wonderful Saturday morning. I want to thank you all again for being here this morning. Never forget, no matter whose auction you go to tonight, and hopefully it's mine, please make it mine. And no matter which channel that you go to tonight, again, please make it mine. I just want you to know, no matter what you do, Glamz loves you. Y'all have a great Saturday. Bye.